Everyone wants to be respected. You see it in how people dress, how they talk, the cars they drive, the gyms they post from. But here's the thing that nobody tells you. Almost everyone is doing it wrong. They're chasing respect like a dog chasing a car. And when they finally catch it, they realize they have no idea what to do with it, because they've been respecting the wrong thing the entire time. Let me show you what actually makes someone truly respected. And I'm not talking about the kind of respect born from fear or fake confidence. I'm talking about the kind of respect that changes how people treat you when you're not even trying. There's a principle in psychology called the consistency principle. It works like this. When you do the same thing over and over, people don't just notice, they internalize it. They build you into their understanding of how the world works. You become reliable, and reliability is the foundation of genuine respect. Think about it like this. There's a professor who shows up to class unprepared most days. He yells a lot, he tries to sound smart, and students tolerate him. But down the hall there's another professor. She doesn't yell, she doesn't perform. But every single class she's prepared. Every question she's asked, she thinks carefully before answering. Sometimes she says she doesn't know something. And every student in that room respects her deeply. Not because she's louder, but because she's consistent. Here's what most people don't understand about respect. It's not about dominance, it's about predictability. When someone knows exactly what you stand for, exactly how you'll react, exactly what standards you won't compromise on, that creates respect. That creates fear, even. Not the fear of being hit, but the fear of disappointing someone you've decided is worth respecting. The second thing that builds respect is boundary keeping. This sounds simple, but watch how many people fail at this. Boundaries are lines in the sand, and the moment you move those lines, you lose respect, not all at once, but piece by piece. When you say yes to things you don't believe in, you're sending a message. That message is, my standards are negotiable. That message spreads, and soon people don't respect your yes anymore, because they know it doesn't actually mean anything. There's a designer I know. Early in his career, he took every job. Terrible clients, terrible budgets, terrible demands. He was desperate, so he said yes. But here's what happened. As he got better, he didn't get more respect. He got less respect, because people could sense that his standards meant nothing. They could push him further. Every boundary was just a suggestion. Then one day, he changed. He stopped taking jobs that didn't align with his values. He walked away from clients who disrespected him. And something interesting happened. Suddenly, the respect came flooding in. Not from the clients he rejected, but from everyone else. They saw that his standards meant something, and that changed everything. The third element is doing the hard thing when nobody's watching. This is the one that separates the truly respected from the pretenders. There's a concept in philosophy called integrity. And integrity doesn't mean being a good person. Integrity means integrated. Your public self and your private self are the same thing. You do the right thing whether anyone's watching or not. When you cut corners only when nobody's watching, you're not fooling anyone, not really. People can sense it. It shows up in small ways, a hesitation, a glance, a tone in your voice, and suddenly your respect starts to feel cheap. But when you do the right thing in private, when you put in the work nobody sees, when you maintain your standards whether anyone's watching or not, that builds something different. That builds real confidence, and people feel that confidence. They respect it. There's a reason ancient philosophers kept coming back to this idea. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in Rome, spent his time alone reminding himself to act with integrity even when nobody was watching. Not because he was insecure, but because he understood something that most people miss. Real respect comes from self-respect first. Think about it. You can never earn respect from others until you respect yourself. And you can't respect yourself if you're constantly compromising, if you're constantly shifting your standards, if you're constantly performing. So here's what you actually need to do. First, be consistent. Pick 3 things that you stand for, 3 principles, and never compromise on them. Not for money, not for status, not for approval. Let people see you refuse. Let them see you're serious. Second, set boundaries and keep them. This means saying no. This means walking away from situations that violate your standards. And yes, this will cost you in the short term. It always does. But the respect you build is worth way more than whatever you're walking away from. Third, live the same way in private as you do in public. Do the hard work nobody sees. Show up prepared. Think through your decisions. Maintain your standards whether anyone's watching or not. Fourth, develop genuine competence in something. Respect doesn't come from talking, it comes from doing, from actually being good at something, from being the person people turn to when something matters. Here's the truth that changes everything. You don't earn respect by demanding it. You earn it by earning it, by being the kind of person whose standards are real, whose word means something, whose character doesn't shift based on who's watching. The people who command the most respect in this world aren't the loudest. They're not the ones posting the most. They're the ones who are quietly becoming better, consistently, reliably, without needing validation. And once you become that person, something shifts. People treat you differently. They listen when you speak. They take you seriously. They don't because you convince them to. They do because they can sense that you respect yourself. And humans are built to respect people who respect themselves. So the moral here is simple. You've been looking for respect in all the wrong places. You've been trying to take it, demand it, perform for it. But real respect isn't taken, it's earned. And it's earned through consistency, boundaries, competence, and integrity. Build those 4 things, and respect doesn't become something you chase, it becomes something that finds you. If you want more deep dive scripts like this on psychology, philosophy, and the real mechanics of self-improvement, subscribe to the channel. We're not interested in surface-level advice here. We're interested in understanding how things actually work.